Yes, good morning. It's Tuesday, the 14th of January, 2020. This is Jim from JAGfx.com. This is my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the pairs that I'm currently looking at on the daily high probability and the mod MACD trading methods. I'll also have a look at the news for the week through the Forex Factory site, have a quick look at my spreadsheets and also the JAGfx Facebook group. Now, normally I do this video on a Tuesday evening, but I've got a Tet celebration. Tet's the New Year for Vietnam. It's also the same day as the Chinese New Year, but I wouldn't dare call it that here in Vietnam and offend my Vietnamese friends. So yeah, I won't be able to do the video tonight, so I'll do it this morning. So that I do apologise, there may be a bit of background noise. I do live in an area where there's a bit of construction happening at the moment. So hopefully it's not too bad. I've closed all the doors, etc. So let's get into it. First, we'll have a look at the news for the week. Pretty quiet week, actually. This is the Forex Factory economic calendar, which is free, and you can filter it to suit your own sort of needs and that. You can put it in your own local time, which it is for me. I'm in Vietnam, so this is all Vietnam time. So today's Tuesday the 14th. Only high impact stuff's out of the USD tonight. It's the CPI numbers. So you can see it's at 8:30 p.m. for me. It should be 8:30 a.m. I think in New York. What else we got? Not really much CPI figures out of the UK tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Thursday, I'm actually flying back to Australia, so I'll probably be out of the loop for a couple of days there. Core retail sales out of the US on Thursday and retail sales out of the UK on Friday. A couple of talking heads having a chat, but not much happening in the weekend news. There's obviously other stuff that's not on the calendar, like the China-US trade war and the US-Iran sort of issues. So they're things to be aware of also. Let's have a look at the Facebook group. This is a JAGfx Facebook group, private group, 5,250 members. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining and thanks for being a part of it. Anyone that is. Everyone's welcome to join. No dramas. It's not a hugely active group, but I post every day. Like here's my trades from this morning. I think it was, Tuesday morning. Add the screenshots, etc. If you go into the files folder here, read Christina's top post of you. It's probably that tells you where everything is, but basically tells you go in this files folder on the left here. I'm not sure where it is on the devices, mobile devices. Gives you all sort of stuff that I share. Telegram links, MT4 scripts, custom indicators, trade screenshots. Every trade screenshot I post goes to a shared folder. Trade results, I'll show you the shared spreadsheet in a minute. FAQs, very important, and the multi-trade spreadsheet. It's all in there. So let's jump over to the spreadsheet. This is what I post every day, and this morning was the 14th. There it is there. There's the 4 new trades, stops in place I've added. The red means it could possibly high risk, MA or high risk. So there's the details. We've done 486 trades since the 26th of June. This is the HP and MM, high probability and mod MACD combined. If you see yellow, it means I've had a partial close. So that'd be the USD Japanese yen. I did a partial close on this morning, moved the stop. There's the close there. So, I made a couple of bucks on that. And the yellow means I've still got open positions. The blue means the trade's complete and in profit, whether that one there is profit. This one, this ugly red color, means it's a loss, which is that one there. When you see green like this, it means it's around break even. Slight profit, but not enough pips to me get excited about. And as you white, obviously the trade's still open. So you can see the spreadsheet there, still a lot of trades open, a lot going, a lot happening. So if you switch over to this, the second page, HP and MM results, this just gives an overview of each pair I'm trading. They're all in alphabetical order. So there's 28 currencies in gold and silver. I've just dropped the pips from gold and silver because the pips with those two aren't really that accurate. So I'll just stick with the dollar amount, and I've taken the pips out of there too. So you can see the pips, the dollar amount, each pair based on a 0.02 lot. So there's a start date. So there's 23,644 pips, which is not a true reflection on what's happening. $6,182 roughly locked in. Doesn't mean if I closed all my trades now that would drop significantly, but you'll see in a minute when we go to the charts, which is right now. So this is my profile for the daily charts. When you see the title bar extended like this, means it's an open trade. When it's in like that, means it's a closed trade. So you can see how many open trades I've got. I basically take every signal as soon as I see it. I don't care too much about correlation, etc., which is something that you should be. For example, this morning, I took a buy on both the Aussie Japanese yen and also the New Zealand Japanese yen. Now, those two pairs are fairly correlated. So if you are considering your risk, you might want to pick one and go with one, depending on what your risk is, what your account size is, what your leverage is permitted, how much margin you've got, etc. But just be aware of correlation. It is a big thing in trading. Right, let's have a look at these pairs. We'll rip through them pretty quick. Now, I'll just give you a brief explanation. You'll see the chart. So just a standard high probability setup. If you see a grey vertical line, that means I'm just looking at something. Nothing is happening yet. So here in this case, there's a blue dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level, which means I'm looking for buy trades. So I've put it in there. And obviously there's no green QMP dot as yet to confirm it. And I draw my trend lines in. In this case, I draw them in, modify them every day. So nothing's been confirmed yet. Green trend lines are bullish. So at the moment, there's a potential setup for a hidden bullish divergence because we've got higher lows on price and lower lows. Well, in this case, it's basically a double bottom on the MACD platinum, but nothing's been confirmed. But I do these trend lines, as you will see, as every day. So just I know where I'm at. Down the bottom, you'll see pips to date, etc. So this is a pair that's been giving me a bit of grief. Let's move right along. USD CAD, same deal. Grey vertical line, no trade. I missed the buy entry because you can see I just wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. This is the second chart I look at, about 6:05. My eyes are still half shut. And if I don't scroll down like that, there's that green dot and I missed it. It's a good trade too. Here we've got regular bullish divergence. So I would have been getting in around here somewhere and it would have got a few pips, but I missed it. And that's how I wrote that note there, give myself an uppercut. So not in a trade. AusCAD, took a buy on that this morning. So here we go. Now, when I put a trade on, I'll write notes up here. So you can stop and pause these videos or speed them up or whatever, slow them down to read my notes. I normally write trade, stop, whether it's high risk or not, and what I'm looking at on the chart. This case, when you see blue, aqua blue lines like this, I normally put that it's significant highs or lows or a trend line that interests me. In this case, we've got a possible place of resistance up here. Could probably extend that a little bit further because it's sort of that level there also. And this along the bottom here is also a place of support. You can see my notes there. It's hidden bullish divergence. It's not a great one, but there's higher lows on price. You can see that sloping up, and lower lows on the MACD platinum sloping down. The stop levels are marked by these red dotted lines. My buy entries, blue vertical line and blue horizontal line. So it's basically the entry is on the intersection of those two lines. And as you can see in this, I'm down a couple of pips at the moment. No big deal. Stops a safe distance away. It's all right, looking good. So it's AusCAD in a buy. That was taken this morning. based on this nice big support level. It's a higher risk trade because the price is at the MAs already. The MAs are down, but they look like they're starting to turn, and this looks like a base forming. So let's, if we just have a look. So it's been a big move down, and it's, you know, it's struggling to get any lower. You know, I'm just looking at structure here. It's all a bit sideways. The MACD platinum is a fair distance below the zero level, so that gives me a bit more confidence. Hidden bullish divergence, so probably a confluence of things, as they say. But yeah, that's Oz CAD. Now to the problem trades, 3 in a row. Oz, Euro, New Zealand. We'll start with this one. You can read my notes in a lot of buys. They're all buys. Dung, dung, dung. I've closed all my sell trades in this sequence, so now high risk, no downside protection. Yellow dashed line is my overall break even. Overall break even at, and it gives you what my net position is. So in this case, I'm plus 0.54 long. You know, you can read my notes. I'm trying to get up to this line here. The problem is the MACD's, see, it was a long way below the zero. It was a long time below the zero level for, you know. Then it eventually broke through, but it didn't really go up. Now it's starting to look like it's going to roll over. So now what may happen now, if it pushes up a little bit before it rolls over, I could probably close this buy for profit, take a hedge sell, or take a sell, then look to get back up here somewhere. I've got a few pips in the bank, but it's not going to be enough to make up this loss at the moment. So it's one of those things. Probably get rid of that trend line now. It's not doing me any good there. So yeah, and here's the other one of the other problem trades. This thing is just going sideways like you wouldn't believe. CAD Swiss. You can read my notes. There's my overall break even up there. A couple of pips, few pips in the bank. Yeah, this is a slow mover pair, like I always say. You know, you have a look at in history. How I do this every week. You know what I'm looking at. It can get caught in a range, which it has here. Looking for one of these little breakouts. See these little breakouts? This thing's just gone sideways. What's that? That's so from about here, say that's 42 trading days, which is 2 months. 20 trading days in a month, 2 months gone sideways basically. So I really need to push one way or the other, and it's a pair I'm not getting concerned about, but it's just sitting there. The chart's getting ugly looking, and it's not making my life very easy, pleasant. Moving right along, New Zealand CAD, another one I've got. All the buy trades were closed. Got a few pips in the bank, as you can see down here. My overall break-even's down here. It's not. Look, it started heading down there. Now it's going sideways. And now we've got a blue dot below the zero level on the MACD Platinum, a long way below the zero level. So I'll be looking to maybe close a couple of these sells out if a buy signal presents, because it looks like the trend has changed. You can see it was in a downtrend. This has been a downtrend here. You can see the MAs start to turn up. Structure, we're getting higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Here we did have a bit of a low, thinking a little bit of a lower low, but this may pop up again. If that's the case, I can see if I can close out a couple of these sells, add to this profit, then try and work my way down again and just cover these losses here. Right, Aussie, Japanese yen took a buy trade this morning. You can see my notes here. There's a support level here. Buy. A few pips in the bank on this pair. MA is turning to the upside. Again, you can see that we're in a downtrend. That there's the first day of last year. So that's just about a year in that little area there. It doesn't look like much, does it? So we're in a downtrend most of the year. We start to slowly turn up. There's a higher high here. MAs are starting to tighten. Another high, another high. And we've got this sort of support level here. So we're just trying to push up and see if we can break this high here. I don't particularly like the MACD's not that far below the zero level, but it's a valid signal. I've got a stop in place. It's a long way away, that stop. Highly unlikely you'd ever get to that unless something drastic happened. But it's there just for protection. Euro CAD, nothing doing at the moment. I've got a bit of a support level down here, or you could say hidden bullish divergence forming until I get a green QMP dot. That hasn't been confirmed. So I need one of these green dots down here somewhere. Possible it may come up. My concern is we are in a downtrend and price is close to the MAs already, but it may push through there. But it's a pair that hasn't been kind to me. It's when we start trading it back here somewhere June. Yeah, it hasn't really, no real decent moves. Moving right along, New Zealand USD. Again, nothing happening at the moment. I'm drawing trend lines just in preparation, and these trend lines are hidden bullish divergence. Ideally, I would like to see price come down closer to these MAs. At the moment, it's just, if I did get a buy signal, which is not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think, it's not going to be ideal, but it'd still be valid. I would take it. Trend looks like it's turning up after going down. You can see the structure, you know. You can hear hammers now, sorry about that. Like I said in a few of my previous videos, I'm sure on every construction site here, they just issue every worker a hammer and just say, bang this. All right, Oz Swiss. It's another slow moving pair that I've got a few trades on. I am overall break even, NA as hedged. So you can read my notes. I've got a few things happening here. Drawn trend line in here. A possible regular bullish divergence setting up. But at the moment, nothing is happening. You can see it's pretty close to a dot on the MACD Platinum. And then it's just a matter of then looking at maybe closing a couple of the sell trades and looking to take another buy trade or something like that, or just take another buy trade because this isn't a downtrend, so I don't want to really leave myself too exposed. Moving along to the Euro Swiss, this blue line along the bottom is just a sort of support level, sort of broke through, but it's still holding, as you can see here. Again, possible regular bullish divergence forming, lower lows on price, higher lows on the MACD Platinum. Grey line, just let me know there's a blue dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level, so I'm looking for buys, but nothing confirmed at the moment, unless it's hiding under there. No, it's not. Swiss yen. This was one I took a sell. I think I'm in here. I don't know if I did or not. It's going up. You can see the MAs are spreading. If there is a possibility of divergence, there's already been one divergence there formed, regular bearish, and there's another regular bearish sort of there, and now there's a third one forming. So if I get a sell signal on this, I'm probably going to take it. A couple of reasons. Well, other than the divergence, that's one reason. The second one is that price is a long way away from the MAs at the moment. Generally, when price goes away from the MAs, it'll eventually come back to them. Now, whether that's the MAs going up to meet price or price coming back to them. So, but if I was going to take a trade on here, for example, if there was a sell signal tomorrow, which there's not going to be, you would trade it with a stop above the highs. But nothing doing at the moment. And Euro Yen, I took a buy on this a couple of days ago, or yesterday, and it's worked out well. I drew this line in yesterday, so it was across these two previous highs. Now, price has got to it now, and it looked like it poked through, but now it's back to it today. There is hidden bullish divergence. The MACD Platinum is getting close to the zero level. It wasn't much wiggle room with the MACD Platinum to start the trade. So tomorrow, depending what happens here at this MACD Platinum, and we're at this previous high, I may just close half and bring my stop up under here somewhere. At the moment, I haven't got a stop because I'm based it on hidden bullish divergence. So I'll use hedging if that. It's not a bad pair to trade. Got a few pips in the bank, so that's a buy at the moment. And not looking too bad. We just needed to break through that high. What have we got next? USD Japanese yen. I did something on this today. Yep. in a buy here. This is from last week. Nice support level, as you can see in my notes there. The MACD platinum was below the zero level. Today it's at the zero level, hence, and I closed half, 14th of Jan, closed 0.01 and stop 108.971. So stops up to there, got a few pips in the bank. I can't lose overall on this trade. Closed for, that was about 82 pips up, and this will only be a few pips down. So overall, can't lose. Just needed to push up higher now. MAs are all very flat and very tight. We've had this sort of ugly, needs a bit of a breakout. Keep in mind too, the yen's considered a safe currency. So when, you know, the US attacks Iran or Iran attacks the US, the Japanese yen tends to move. So just be aware of that, any conflict. Right, Euro USD. Pardon me. Not my favourite pair, as I keep on telling you. Got a few pips in the bank here. In a sell back here. Went down. Price, the MACD platinum got the zero level. 10th of Jan, closed half. Moved my stop down a bit. Now we're starting to set up for a possible hidden bullish divergence. Remember, with divergence, as long as one end of the divergence on the MACD platinum is on the correct side of the zero level. In this case, if we were to get it soon, then this side is sweet. So even though that side's on the wrong side, this side would be on the right side. Still a valid signal. So it's possibly setting up. It doesn't look like I'm going to get much out of this sell. Got a few pips, but I've got a few pips in the bank, surprisingly. And it's just a matter of waiting and see what happens. Aussie New Zealand. Now, this is one I had a bit of a think about this morning. I'm in a sell back here, which is good. It's doing well. That's its stop there. I haven't really tightened the stop up much since the 7th of December. There was a buy signal there and I got stopped out. Now, there was another buy signal this morning. And like I just said, with regards to divergence, this is a valid signal. And I was tempted to take the buy because I've got a sell on, so I've got some sort of hedging there. I didn't take it. I prefer, if one side of the divergence on the MACD is below this, on the wrong side of the zero level, I prefer it to be this end instead of this end. As soon as it goes, taking a buy here, I've lost one of my little filters, which is normally the MACD platinum going through the zero level. Let me know that the trends change or changing. In this case, it's already through the zero level and it's heading up. So I don't know. I was in two minds because there is regular bullish divergence. You can see it there. I'm not going to take the buy. It's not ugly. Ideally, it'd be nice if it sort of meandered for a little bit and the MA's kept on heading down. This stop held, the sell stop held. Then if it rolled over, I could take another sell. Because remember, on the MACD platinum with a high probability, when the MACD platinum's above the zero level, I'm looking for sell trades, not buy trades. All right, moving right along. Pound Aussie, one of my problem pairs. I've got a few trades on, spread out over a big distance. You can read my notes. I've got a few pips in the bank. My overall break-even's a long way up there, which is a bummer, and positive plus 0.16. The thing is, this buy I've taken in here is based on this hidden bullish divergence. So that's it in here. Now the MACD platinum's going to roll over, and it's possible I'm going to get a sell signal soon. I'll take the hedge on that buy there. I like this hidden divergence. I've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. So I will take the hedge, which would just hedge my whole position then, overall position. Then I'll look to smash it up through for on the next buy signal with the MACD platinum below the zero level. It's a little bit confusing because I've got so much happening on this chart, but just think of this last trade as a standalone sequence, even though I've got all this other crap behind to the left of it, which I've got to deal with. But you'll see it if it progresses. If prices shoots up, great, then I'm sweet because my overall break even's up at this previous high here. If it rolls over, then I'll just take the hedge. So it's not terrible, even though it looks messy. Talk about hedges, euro pound. Took a sell back here, just went sideways for a week or so, or just over a week, and there's a new buy signal today, and I based this on hidden bearish divergence. So we got lower highs on price and higher highs. Geez, it gets confusing with this divergence. Higher highs on the MACD platinum. So it's based on hidden bearish divergence, so no stop in place. So what I'm doing here is I'm hedged. I'm locking in a loss between this sell and that buy, which is only not that much. 110 pips, which is not much on the daily chart. So now I'm looking for a second sell with the MACD platinum above the zero level. And, like if it just goes up and up and up and up, who cares? I'm locking in. So I'm only losing on the swap or the overnight interest, if that is even the case. So we're hedged on the euro pound at the moment. Euro Aussie, yeah, this one's giving me a bit of grief. Nothing happening at the moment. Nice big support level along here. I did take a buy, went up, didn't break these previous highs. I exited it at a break even. Didn't want to risk it, and it was probably a good exit looking at it now because the MACD platinum's through the zero level. Possibility setting up for a sell trade. It's been kind to me. I've got a few pips from it, but nothing happening at the moment, and we're going sideways for a few months now, a couple of months. And all right, getting through these pretty quick, which is good. Aussie USD in a sell, already closed half, 8th of Jan. Price MACD went through the zero level. It took off nicely, come into the MAs. And bounced up. Now we're starting the MACD's well and truly through the zero level, looking at possible hidden bullish divergence. It's a little bit tricky to spot when you got this sort of crap in here. There's the low on there. Remember, lows are normally signified by a blue dot. So see all the lows are blue dots, whereas the highs are red dots. So, and it doesn't look right because it doesn't look like you're putting this end of the divergence over a low, but it is. If you just put your crosshairs on, and you can see that it's a low area in there, so that's why it's drawn there. So if we get that bullish divergence, that's a trade I would take, and I'll probably leave that sell on just to see how it all pans out. That should be 0.1 because I've already closed half, so I'll just change that on here. So POE means place of entry, point of entry, whatever you want to call it. So that's my entry level. Can't lose on this trade, so it's all good. All right, pound CAD, what are we doing here? We're in a buy, which is not going that well. It was initially based on hidden bullish divergence, so that's these green trend lines to the left here. So you can see it from there. There's a couple of divergences there. Now we've got price heading down and the MACD's heading up. So now what we're looking at possibly forming, hasn't been confirmed yet, is regular bullish divergence. So we're getting a double whammy here. And depending what happens here, if ideally I'd want a sell signal, which I don't think, I might get one, which then I'd hedge, then look for another buy. So it'd be like the 1, 2, 3 trade setups. But at the moment, we're down a few pips, but it's not that bad. CAD yen, I did take nothing happening at the moment. I did take a loss on the first sell, so I would have taken a sell in here, gone up, and I don't think I got to my stop. Oh, I could have, I'm not sure. I may have closed. No, I might hit my stop there. So I took a loss on the first one. It is regular bearish divergence, and it's still forming, and so it's just a matter of waiting for another go at it. Pound Swiss, this is the only pair I look at with the Mod MACD trading system, which is the bonus system out of the basics book, which revolves around this fast MACD. It's got settings of 6, 12 and 1, which is obviously not the default, which is normally 12, 26 and 9. So the main indicator is this breaking through the 0 level, and the extra MA is the 25 SMA, so price has to be on the other side of that. There was a sell signal here, and in hindsight I probably should have taken it, but I think it was just before Christmas or election time, something like that in the UK. So price is confirmed through. There was a red dot on the QMP filter, and here's the breakthrough. The price is confirmed through here, fast MACD, and price has to close below the 25 SMA. So it met all that criteria. I probably should have taken it, but I didn't. And there's nothing happening on the high probability. It's been a tough pair to trade, the pound Swiss. It's just like the pound New Zealand. It's got this ugly sideways crap. This is all during like Brexit and elections. And New Zealand and Swiss franc. Nothing happening at the moment. Possible hidden bullish divergence forming, but not being confirmed yet, as you can see. I can probably get rid of that line because we're below the 0 level now, so looking for buys. Regular bearish divergence, get rid of that. So clean chart. USD Swiss franc in a buy, which is going down a few pips. This line up here is parity, just means 1.0000. It's probably getting away from it now, but previously it hit, you see this line, it hits it and it sort of loiters around it a bit. Pretty important number, big round number. Right, get back to my trade. Took a buy here. It's a pair that's giving me a bit of grief. I've got a stop and place down below these lows. So I've got a good support sort of base here. Hopefully it'll pop up. MACD still heading up, which is good. Still below the 0 level. It's a pair that gives me a bit of grief. I'm down a few pips overall on it. Just an ugly pair to trade. And yeah, it's not really blowing my hair back. I'm not sure what I'll do here if I get a sell signal, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. I want to see it sort of price head up back towards the MAs there. Pound New Zealand, nothing happening here. Like I said before, with a pound Swiss, very similar to all this sideways crap. This blue aqua line's been in there a long time. I initially drew it across here to there, extended it, and it's sort of, from previous videos, it bounced around it. Now it's broken clear of it, so I could probably just leave it in there. Nothing else on the chart to look at. The MACD's heading up to the 0 level. Looks like it's even struggling there. You could even say there might be a support level across here. I don't know, is there? Yeah, not that flash. No, it's nothing to get excited about. Moving right along. Pound USD. It's a pair, got me in a bit of strife. I did close. I've got a lot of pips, fair few dollars to the bank. I closed high risk as little upside protection. You can read my notes. I'm in a standalone buy trade there. It was based on hidden bullish divergence. So I took a hedge sell on that. So this buy and this sell are a sequence. Well, they're all a sequence, but these three trades, these three old trades all over here, yeah, I've got to make up. There's my overall break even all the way down there. So what the plan is here is to take this. I've taken the buy, I've taken the hedge sell. Now the MACD platinum's still below the 0 level, so I'm looking for another buy. Take the buy, clear this sequence, add to my profit, hopefully, then work out what to do with this. These three old trades that are. But like I said, I've got plenty of pips in the bank. And so, yeah, clear this first, then deal with maybe another trade to the downside. That's the plan. New Zealand Japanese yen took a buy trade this morning based on hidden bullish divergence, hence no stop. It's a good pair to trade, got a few pips in the bank. Not very exciting at the moment, but it's going all right. Gold. Now, this one's been a bit unkind to me. I've got some money in the bank from it. There was a sell signal up here. It's when it broke its previous high recently. I didn't take the sell because the trend's up and there's no divergence to support that. You could make an argument possible, not even a double top. I did clear, I think, one of my other trades, so that's why the reading is a little bit ugly with regards to my trades, which added to my profit. So I would have closed, say, a buy that was maybe, you'd have to go back through my Facebook group notes, my Telegram notes, or the spreadsheets to have a look. But I did close some trades to reduce the overall risk. Hedge sell, oh yeah. Yeah, so it's not looking good, but the thing is all the trades are pretty close to each other. So it's just a matter of working at the profit and just taking profits where I can to wipe out this deficit. That's the plan anyway. Silver, nothing doing at the moment. Similar to gold, there was that signal, sell signal there. It's not a good looking, even though it would have been a profitable one, it's just not, doesn't fit my criteria. I'm up a little bit in silver, so I'm not sure about the metals. I'm in two minds about the metals. They're not doing me any favors, so we'll see how we go. See if I can get out this gold one. I might reassess it and see what happens there. So that's it, folks, for the trading. Like I said, I'm heading back to Australia on Thursday, but I'll get that's in the afternoon, so I'll get the Thursday morning daily charts done, no worries. The Friday one, I may get a chance. I think I've only got an hour in Singapore. No, I won't get a chance. I'll have to wait till I get home in Oz and Friday, but I'll have a look on Thursday, and if I see something setting up, I'll let you know what I think may be setting up. And I might even set up an EA just to take my trades for me if I do think there's something happening. So, yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you do like the video, or if you feel inclined, please subscribe or at least hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the group. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for the Facebook group. And like I said, everyone's welcome to join any of the channels, groups, or whatever. No problems at all. And just an update on the trading view indicators. We're getting very close. Myself and Matthew, one of my readers, he's done a great job, and we're not far off. We've got a working indicator now. We're just trying to make it look a little bit prettier. That's all. But other than that, all good. Thanks, folks, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Well, I'll type stuff up tomorrow. Have a good day, all. Cheers.